Welcome. My name is Joel. Okay, wait.
Have you guys ever done this before?
Wait, season 3. It's season 3. Season 3. Welcome to the season 3 premiere. And
the first episode of season 3.
The very first episode. I'm Josh Michaels. Thank you very much. Thank you. You can clap for me.
And I'm Gerardo Alarcon.
And together... Oh, yeah, we can clap for Gerardo. Oh, sorry. I just wanted to give... I'm sorry. Jesus Christ. And together, we are Joshrardo. We haven't really locked it down, but we can clap for that.
How many episodes have you guys done?
But look, this is number 40.
Hey. Is this number 40? This is number 40.
You guys are doing great.
No.
You almost have the intro down.
No. But hear me out. So we are the podcast previously known as Joshrardo, Mike Gallagher.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
But a lot of people had a hard time. I don't know why saying Mike Gallagher.
Yeah.
It's too many syllables.
Yeah, but to me it's easy. And
as you can see here, it's not too many. It's like what, 13 letters, 14 letters?
Yeah, so we decided to streamline it, and we're going by just Joshrardo.
Yeah.
Right, like Beyonce.
Yeah, and
yeah.
So this is the first intro that we've kind of really done as just Joshrardo, and I think we knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you give us on the intro?
Oh, well,
And be honest.
If I had to vote, I'd give you guys a 5.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'll take it.
You know what? I will too.
I'll take it.
You just get some practice under your belt, get like...
Right.
When you know what you're going to say, when it's only like, it's really a sentence.
Oh, no, we practiced.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we
practiced a lot.
Yeah.
That's okay. Well, it's 2020. It's the new year. Always room for improvement.
Yeah.
It is the new year.
And we got to introduce our guest first.
Oh, what? Yeah.
Yeah, we got to introduce our guest. And we give all of our guests a... we're still doing good? We still are giving all our guests, just because the name has changed doesn't mean we're still not giving all our guests the best intro we can give them.
Yeah.
And so this guest is no exception. Give me a second.
He means that he's going to give you the best intro.
Yeah. Give me a second.
To date.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Give me a second. Okay, I got it.
Okay, cool.
All right. Our guest today. Play some music for me, dude.
Oh, fuck.
Thank you. Our guest today is one of the hosts of the very successful, and I say successful because they're kind of killing us, on the charts, but the very successful podcast called Cult Podcast, which is a podcast about cults.
Don't stutter. Stop stuttering, dude.
She's a very talented artist, extremely talented.
Yeah.
And you can see her art on Instagram at Andrea Guzzetta. Oh, fuck, her name is in the title. or on her website, andreaguzzetta.com. She did call me out one time. I wrote this down. She did call me out in front of her boyfriend, Armando, who's a previous guest of this podcast, about something that I will mention later, but I'm not going to get into that right now.
Great episode.
She's one of the most talented, most genuinely kind people I've ever met. She's sweet. She's kind, genuine. She's honest.
Wow.
Because she gave us a real feedback on our intro, and we need to work on it.
Yeah.
Make some noise for the one, the only, Andrea Guzzetta!
Wow, look at that!
Thanks, guys. That was really nice.
Yeah?
Oh, that was an abrupt end. I felt so uplifted by that music.
Here you go.
I started sweating, dude. I started getting a little, hot.
Guys, it's time to win the championship. This is for all the nickels and for my dead fathers. All of my dead fathers.
You have multiple dead fathers?
So many.
Really?
Like 20.
What?
I wish I had 20 dead
How
fathers.
can you have 20 dead fathers?
Sugar daddies, baby.
Oh,
holy shit,
Ain't
dude.
nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with... Oh, yeah, this is the PC whistle, by the way. So, if anything happens...
If you call out any, one group of people, like sugar daddies, for instance.
Then, we have to just... This protects us, okay?
Yeah. Oh, so that's what you do when you're racist?
Yeah. It's
So
like our
really-
anti-cancel.
Okay, okay. Cool,
So that people can't cancel us because we blew a whistle on ourselves.
yeah.
We blew our own whistle.
And really...
Your own whistleblower?
Shut
the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
Also, first of all, Andrea, how are you? And how was your 2020?
Oh, I'm doing great. So far, 2020 has been really good. I pretty much just had 2 days. So
Yeah, it's only been 2 days.
well,
And
yeah.
I realized that right when I asked you. And
so it's been pretty chill.
Yeah.
not
you
really
know,
much you could get done in 2 days.
I only had to work one day, and I just painted, pretty much.
And you do that
Chilled.
for your profession. You get paid to paint. You get paid
That's
to
my
make art.
job. Yeah.
That's so dope.
Yeah,
That's so
it's
dope.
pretty cool.
I have to go serve people. I have to serve old people at a restaurant.
Wow, with questionable events.
Questionable events that we talked about on previous episodes. Yeah.
Ooh.
Let's just say micro wrestling, and that's all we'll say.
Micro wrestling.
Yeah. It was a whole event.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's basically
use your imagination.
Yeah.
If it's smaller people wrestling.
It's little people.
Children?
No.
Okay, that's very.
But I would maybe that would be.
I would watch that.
Would you?
I mean, why not?
This is the episode where we find out that Gerardo's a pedophile.
No. Wait. No. Don't blow the whistle. Don't blow the whistle.
Wait, are you saying pedophiles are okay?
No.
Like, no, it was a lie. That was a lie.
Oh yeah, you introduced this season we're upping our production value.
Oh my God, you have a whistle and a buzzer. What does the buzzer do?
This is new. This has been on no episode before,
Yeah.
but as you know, we're now filming our episodes. So not only should you rate and review us on iTunes, but you should fucking comment, please.
Comment on the video.
On the video. And like the video.
We've got one comment where they say they love the guest. Nothing about us.
Nothing about us. And we've got one downvote on one of our videos.
Why?
I don't know.
Maybe they have beef with us. And if
Maybe.
you downvoted us, I'm looking at the camera, not you.
You gotta find them.
Yeah, we're going to find you. And you're probably the one that stole Josh's bike.
Probably.
Yeah.
My bike did get stolen, and I still haven't found it. The beef buzzer is at any point during, because this is beef gets hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Sometimes when you're pulling beef out of the oven, you could burn your hands.
Yeah.
This
All
is
right?
true, especially if you don't wear oven mitts.
Fair. Okay, yeah, that's a good point. Should probably wear oven mitts.
Yeah,
I've
true.
never used them in my life.
Oh my God.
But if it gets too hot and you have something you have to say, or if you passionately disagree with either of our beefs, and if you don't think that we're in our right mind, then you could just smack the beef buzzer, and then we have to immediately shut up.
Yeah.
And we have to let you make your point.
But I believe you're in your right minds right now.
Okay, so we need another buzzer.
Okay.
For like when we're not in the wrong way.
Right. We need one with a check mark. We need one with a check mark on it.
Because it is season 3.
Yes,
okay, let's
it
be
is.
honest. It's season 3.
Let's be honest.
And we got renewed for a new season. Thank you.
Wow, Hollywood loves you guys.
Yes.
I know.
Oh my God.
It's more our Cat Monty that renewed us, but also we got a little bit higher of a budget, which the buzzer, let's be honest with the audience, $10.99.
$10.99.
Amazon.com.
Oh my God. Y'all are balling out.
Yeah. Okay, don't press it
I'm
yet.
trying to get the production value.
It's for the guest.
Okay. That's the last time I pressed it, I swear.
And then the last thing you'll see on this table, and this is also people will continue to watch and listen because we have to create some air of mystery.
Yeah.
Right? And what better way to do that than have a box of question marks all over it? And that is something that is going to remain a mystery until the very end of the episode.
I love suspense.
Yeah. It's going to be fun. Now, I promise it's nothing's going to jump out at you. There's nothing, right? It's not?
Well, no, dude.
Okay.
You put the stuff in the box.
Yeah. It shouldn't jump out at you. But and it's it's not going to hurt you or harm you. But I have to give that disclaimer because when you see a box with that many question marks on it,
Yeah, it's
It
like
looks
the Riddler.
Yeah, very Batman.
Very Riddler.
For sure.
Anyway, Andrea, thank you so much for being here. I know it was quite a journey.
Yeah, I'm really excited to be here. I love your wall and your drawings. It makes me so happy. You guys look really professional.
Oh,
Thank you.
Stop it.
And I kind of because you're a get for us.
Yeah,
like
yeah. You really are.
I mean, a cult podcast,
aficionado.
Aficionado. I mean, host.
Host. That's like French for host.
Yeah, but it's not.
Okay.
But so in creating the artwork, I gotta say, I was a little inspired, and hence the chibi sort of cute look of the season 3 art.
I love it. It's so cute.
Because you do a lot of art you did the art for you. Cult Podcast has the prayer candles.
Yeah, I did some merch for us,
And it looks super dope.
they're super cute. They were really fun to do too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, you've done a lot of.
I like the membership cards. Who did that?
Armando.
Oh, I like the candles better.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
Armando does all of our graphic design, so like I can kind of take it easy with illustration.
And he takes that workload, so you can make real art.
Yeah.
Wow.
And maybe
Wow.
me and Armando have beef now. Wait.
Whoa, she did it.
Okay, put the whack. Put the whack meter up.
Yeah.
Also, when you hit that, the whack meter.
The whack meter goes up a little bit.
Oh no.
Oh, you didn't know about the whack meter?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I didn't explain the whack meter.
Our whack meter. It determines one's whackness, and it is known to move from infinity whack to 0.1 whack.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, right now you're looking at about four or five.
I'm a little whack.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
a little
Oh,
whack.
no.
You're a little
But
whack.
don't freak out because it can go back down.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
All you have to really do is agree with us. Honestly, yeah.
That's the secret. That's the secret.
That's the secret to the whack meter. Yeah.
But yeah, thanks again for being here. We have some beefs prepared, and we come beef ready every episode.
That's good. Yeah.
And being that it's the first episode, I don't know if we should start a new tradition because usually me and Gerardo like to
Beef it up. Yeah.
I mean, that's all we do. Let's face it. We have this podcast as an excuse to just complain about things.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's fun.
And that's a good thing, right? Because we get it off our chest and then we squash beef. Why is the TV
I don't
flickering?
know. I saw that. It's scary.
It's the ghost.
It's a
Usually
ghost.
we start the beef out, but maybe this episode, maybe this season.
Yeah.
Oh, no pressure. Okay.
Unless you want one of us to start, in which case we can.
No, it's okay. This beef is really close, near and dear to my heart.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I've heard some rumors recently that, first of all, I recently quit comedy. So I
yeah,
used
we
to do
could talk about
stand
that.
up.
And
Yeah.
you were fucking, and I don't say this to everybody's face. I would talk shit about them behind their back, maybe. But you were genuinely one of the funniest comics. Period. You were so
Aw,
funny. We had
thank you.
we hosted shows at Bread and Barley a couple times, and
Yeah, it
I'd
was
seen you at
super
other
fun.
places, but I remember seeing you there, and okay, thank you. And I remember like it was yesterday. Really, I'm transporting myself there, and I remember the laughter was so infectious, loud, strong. Like you know? yeah. But no, genuinely, you were hilarious. And so when I found out that you were quitting, and I want to ask you more about it, I was sad.
Yeah. No, I'm a little bit bummed out about it. It's hard because like I do love doing stand up, but I think that I was just feeling really overwhelmed by all the stuff that I do in my day.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to paint more, and I felt like I was going and doing shows and I didn't have time. But, I've heard some rumors that some people think that the reason I quit comedy
Here we go.
is because Armando's dick game is so good
Whoa!
that I physically cannot
Put her down
get...
on the white meter, dude. 'Cause this beef is hot, dude. This is some hot, spicy beef.
So I just, some people have thought that like Armando has something to do with me quitting and he doesn't. It's really just like my personal choice. Like, yes, is it harder to get out of bed and go to mics? Definitely. But it's not the reason I stopped. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So like, and that kind of ties into my other beef is I've heard a lot of, bullshit that big guys can't fuck good. And I just want to dispel that myth real quick.
Wait.
Thank you.
And this kind of brings me into the thing I said in the beginning about Andrea calling me out in front of Armando about their sex life.
Oh yeah, that did happen.
Wait, what?
So I go over to my friends, both of my friends, a beautiful studio apartment.
Yeah.
To enjoy the company of friendship.
Okay.
I'm joking around, having a good time.
Uh-huh.
I forgot exactly how it happened, but Armando made a comment about him and Andrea's sex life.
Wow.
And I did one of those things. You just give your friends a hard time. Like, yeah, it's like this guy probably doesn't fuck good, or he doesn't last long.
Pointing at me. Why?
And Andrea so quickly, like I started laughing and Armando started laughing, and Andrea so quickly was like, no, he fucks great.
Oh, wait a minute.
And then I had to sit there and go,
That was very fun.
like that.
Sorry, it's getting hot in here. I gotta take.
Yeah, I had to take my
It's
jacket
too
off at the
much.
very
It's too
beginning.
much.
I mean, I'm pretty hot because I just got done working out, obviously.
Oh my
Oh yeah,
God.
why are you
Yeah.
dressed like that?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Why am I dressed like that? Okay, wait, but season 3.
Yeah, we said that.
Yeah, is gonna be a little bit more honest.
Oh.
Yeah, and like I've been lying to the listeners or the listener,
No, multiple.
multiple possibly.
All 30 of you.
Yeah. All 14 maybe listen to full episodes, but I don't work out. Right?
What about the whole weight loss thing that was happening last season?
There's this thing where I weight loss where I lost.
You weight loss?
Yeah, yeah, but I kept gaining weight.
Actually?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
So you were
trying to-
trying to lose weight and you kept gaining weight?
I started at 223 and I ended at like 234.
And he would weigh in every episode, and his weight kept going up. And,
What happened? Were you really stressed out?
Because I heard a rumor
speaking of rumors,
that fucking fat dudes fuck good.
So that's why you're beefcaking up.
Oh, so
Thank
you got
you.
you got
Yeah, that's
You
why.
went the opposite way.
And this is honesty.
Yeah, this is all
Yeah.
honesty.
But no, as of now, it's 2020. It's a new year, and I'm losing weight.
Aw. Actually?
Yeah.
I'm so proud of
I
you.
was sweating.
No.
I went
It's
to
dry now, so I don't believe you.
I went to the gym. I'm a gym rat. I have the gym rat attire.
That's to protect your hands because
And-
you work out so hard.
Yeah. When you grab the what is it?
Bar.
Yeah.
Gym rat, he
Gym
knows.
rat. Yeah. But gym rats call it different things because
Well, I grabbed so many things at the gym. What do you want me to say? I grabbed the dumbbell, the
careful.
ellipticals.
Be careful what you're grabbing at the gym.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm not handsy like.
Be careful.
Okay. That's not true. And anyways, I would just like to say to the listeners, look, I fucked up. Okay, I did. I gained weight, but guess what?
What?
Bye weight. And guess what my goal weight is?
220.
Below Josh.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Why? What?
He's so
Good luck.
tiny.
How much do you weigh? Huh?
I don't
Wait,
know.
let
I
me
don't-
guess. I bet you weigh 174 pounds.
I haven't weighed myself since I lost weight. Since I went from fat Josh to this Josh.
So it's possible. Because right now,
Oh, yeah. I met Fat Josh.
Fat Josh is so
and I
fat.
thought he was a different person. Because
I
when Armando's
was.
like, oh, this is my friend Josh. And I was like, I feel like I met a Josh at Chatterbox, but like, you guys look really different. But like, all white guys kind of look alike to me anyway. So I have a hard time like.
Yeah, I could see that. And let me just say this. I was a different person. I didn't just look like a different person. I was a different person.
You wore more flannel.
I did wear I feel like it's just when you're at a certain weight, you just start buying flannel.
Well, because it's like, I'm going to eat at the picnic table. I'm going to look like the picnic table. Like, let's bring it all around.
This picnic table's all me.
Hell yeah, dude.
yeah, dude.
Anyway,
Anyways, yeah.
But yeah, so I just wanted to tell that story about you really calling me out in front of Armando. I was trying to make him feel stupid.
Why me?
I don't know. It really bothers me. I went to an open mic right before I quit, and some guy like went up, and he was like, "Yeah, my ex girlfriend's like with some fat guy, and like he doesn't even fuck good." And blah, blah, blah.
Wow.
And I was just like, okay, it's time to shut this shit down.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm not here for this bullshit because
yeah.
like maybe she left because you never made her squirt. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's what that big dude's doing that no one else has done before. Okay.
You walked
Shut
in
it
there like,
down. Yeah, I did. I'm not here for
she
that.
shut it down.
Yeah, she
I
shut
did
down.
shut it down.
Yeah, that's so dope. So on stage, you said all of this to his
I
face.
did. Yes, I did.
Wow.
That's so
So
badass.
yeah, because Armando's he's a big boy.
big guy.
Yeah.
He's very big. So when you're a big boy, like I feel like people kind of assume that you don't, but it's like that's kind of rude because it's like, well, that's an insult to me, really. That
Yeah.
like
that you
I
would
just,
settle for that.
Yeah.
right? It's
Yeah.
like nah.
Because you're like, I would not settle for nothing below.
Squirting.
Excellent. Yeah. No, I mean, like, like you start off with like skinny, tiny men and you date them and, their feelings get hurt because you crush them with your body.
Right.
And then like, or because like maybe you fireman carried them one day because you thought it would be funny and then
And it
their
wasn't.
feelings got hurt. And so it's like you go from that and then it's like you think that that's all there is, and then it's
Yeah,
like, you don't know what else is out there, bigger, better dudes.
Was he?
you know?
Is Armando? I mean, I guess I know the answer to this question, but was he the biggest dude you've ever been with?
Oh, easily. Oh my God, yes.
That's so funny.
I used to, like, everyone I dated before was like, I think the tallest person I dated was like 5'8". So like everyone was like my height to 5'8". That's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
much it. And then I think I very briefly dated a few like taller people, but not like bigger people
Right. 'Cause
necessarily.
he's tall and big.
He's just a giant man.
He's very large.
Is he
I
like
feel-
part Samoan or something or no?
No, he's not. He's just, well, he's
Mexican?
like German and Mexican.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Germans are pretty big historically.
I
Bundesliga.
guess so.
All my uncles are like, my mom's full German and all my uncles are like 6'2", 6'3". Like they're just big people.
I guess I've never really met a lot of Germans.
Yeah, same here. Season
Yeah.
3, that's changing.
That's Midwest country. Come to
Germany?
where I'm from. Yeah.
Where are you from again?
I'm from, I'm originally technically from Illinois, but I just say I'm from Milwaukee because that's where I kind of moved here.
So we're gonna get some Milwaukee listeners. Cool.
We got Illinois on the map.
Illinois.
Yeah.
Illinois. Oh, it doesn't have an S at the end.
Illinois.
You don't pronounce the S, it's silent.
Whatever. That's what some people say, but
But obviously, you're not really from Illinois because we do pronounce the S at the end.
true Illinoisians know that. Yeah.
But yeah, that's crazy. I never judged. I never assumed that big dudes couldn't fuck good. But if I had to play devil's advocate to your beef, because that's something I'm doing this season.
Go ahead.
Because
advocate, devil.
In previous episodes, I've been very agreeable.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've just, every time someone has a beef, I just go, yeah, I can see your point. I can see that. Not this season.
Oh no.
So I'm gonna say
Sassy Josh.
yeah.
Sassy Josh.
I'm gonna say that big dudes don't fuck good.
Whoa.
Okay, I'm done. I can't talk anymore. That's the real flaw in the button. Put the mic meter up.
A little bit.
Oh no.
Oh no, but I talk shit about you too, because you're a really big guy.
I'm not that fat.
But not in 2020.
Don't look at me like that.
Your shirt is very tight though.
No, it's not. It looks
I'm sorry.
comfy.
I'm sorry. It is very tight though. I'm gonna say this though. I don't think they can fuck good because if they can, then what's the incentive of being in shape?
Yeah.
Right? If I do you get did that make sense?
I don't know, because your body feels better.
Oh yeah, I guess.
It's warm during the cold times and
Wow. I guess I never really thought of it that way. I'm still not giving up. Because we go to the gym to look good for what? For us?
Yeah.
No, we look good. We go to the gym to look good for the people that we're attracted to.
Okay.
For the people that we would like to court.
Devil's advocate.
Oh, who's the devil's
Maybe you should fuck a big dude, see how it feels.
Oh, Josh needs to fuck a big dude.
I'm down. I'm down.
Wait, what?
I mean, what? But I have,
You have?
wait, no.
Wait.
Wait, no. I have been intimate with a larger woman, but nothing wrong with that.
Nothing. No.
Nothing wrong with that. And nothing wrong with it. And I just will say that it was very enjoyable.
Okay. Why did you say it like a high pitched voice?
I love how Gerardo is just like waiting for you to say something really fucked up.
Yeah.
He's like, he's about to. I know him because we're friends, so I need to.
But when he starts reaching for it, I start to I carefully choose which words I'm saying.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's kind of like a watch yourself meter when Gerardo reaches for the whistle. It's like, oh, am I about to say? Maybe I was gonna say something fucked up.
Yeah.
Maybe I gotta.
And then it makes me kind of go through and pick the right words to say.
There you go.
But there was nothing wrong with what I said, right?
No?
I've had sex with a larger woman.
Maybe
and it was enjoyable.
Why do you have to say larger?
Because I just mean that
Is there a defined size for women?
no, there's not a defined size for anybody.
Well, I do think there is a difference, especially in heterosexual sex. If one partner can wrestle the other,
Right.
and it's the woman that wins, men tend to feel really insecure about that. Because I have dated men that I'm bigger than them, so they feel really insecure.
But you
about
are,
that.
and this is not. This is I guess it's not really a compliment or a diss. It's just a fact. You are a small person.
I'm exactly average sized. Literally, I'm 5'6", which is the average size, but I'm also pretty averagely weighted. You know,
I would say so. So when you're saying you dated men that were smaller than you,
yeah,
it must have been tiny.
yeah.
Wow.
I dated a dude who he weighed, I think, 125 pounds, and I was at the time 130, and he was like, "If you gain 5 more pounds, we'll have to break up."
No way.
Yeah, that was my first boyfriend, and it really hurt my feelings, but I was like, well, I guess that makes sense because then I would be so much bigger than him. And so I accepted that, even though I was as an adult, that's some bullshit.
It's kind of like guys who are really insecure when their a significant other wears heels and it makes them taller than they are.
That happened to me too.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I never really cared about that.
So my ex, he also had a foot fetish. So
Whoa.
I'm just gonna say that's gross.
He bought me heels, but not for going out. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's so weird.
I know what you mean.
For staying in.
For staying
She's
in.
like, by the way, my ex was Quentin Tarantino.
He loves
He does have a foot fetish.
He does,
Drop
yeah.
the names.
It wasn't him, but yeah, it was a weird experience. So he was like, "Can
Yeah,
you
super
wear
weird.
these while we do it? But please don't wear them out." And I was like, "I would not because they have jizz on them now." So it's fine, you know.
Wow. And
That's
he,
hilarious.
I guess it depends on how much information you're willing to divulge, and you don't have to divulge anything.
But
I'm
drop
an
his name.
open book.
But it's very interesting to me, how what would you do? What would you do? What would
I mean, he would.
Would you step on things?
No, I would just wear them, and he would come on them, my feet in the shoes. Or I also gave him foot jobs a few times with my feet.
Did that make you feel weird?
No. He was my first boyfriend, and I'd never watched porn before, so I was just like, I don't know, whatever. I love you.
Like, maybe this is what everybody's doing.
Yeah, I was just like, I mean, people have their things that they're into.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because I've seen, that's when your accent comes out. I don't know. I've seen, what's it called? I've seen people step on things in heels.
Oh, I don't like that. That scares me. There was like a
Gross.
video like going around the internet, and I know it was like a woman crunching a kitten, and like that
no.
deeply
I
upsets
wasn't,
me.
I wasn't talking about that.
God.
But that
There's,
would
like-
deeply upset me too.
There's a lot of like
Okay, I got it. First time I hit the buzzer.
yeah, it's really fucked up. I didn't watch it. I listened to a podcast and like, we're going to play the audio. And I heard like the clicking of the heels. I was like, nope. Like, I don't even want to hear that. I don't want to think about that. That's so deeply upsetting. But there are people that are into like danger fetish with the heels, where the heel is like an instrument of destruction.
Yeah.
So like you like step on someone's throat or like crush
yep.
someone's hand, and like somehow like that gets people off. And I'm just like not into.
Or even I've seen them even step on their genitalia.
Yeah, I don't like it. I'm not into like harm.
Me neither.
Yeah, no,
I don't like that. I mean, like a little choking, obviously, but like lighthearted fun choking, you know, like just
That's dicey. That's even dicey for me though. I don't because like obviously I don't get any enjoyment on the record on wax. I don't get any enjoyment doing that. So my partner would have to enjoy it for me to do it.
Yeah.
But then it still feels like
I'm hurting you.
it just feels strange. I don't know why. And not strange. Like I think that you're like weird for want or liking that, but it's just like. I don't know. It's
Also,
like,
lighthearted choking. If you're choking someone and laughing, you're
That is scary. That is scary.
that's so scary.
I don't like it.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Yeah, no, I mean not like that, but just like,
okay.
you know, like it's a little rough. It's like a little fun.
It's a little
like
rough, but
hot.
it's safe. You
Yeah,
know?
well, I think that also comes into the fact that like I've mostly dated people that I could out wrestle, so like there was never any real danger in it until now. You know what I
and now
mean?
you can't out wrestle
I
Armando.
can't even. He has a bit about it.
I've heard it.
and it's my favorite bit. It's very funny.
It's hilarious.
But it legitimately happened where I asked him to put all his weight on me because I was like, well, what if he died while we were having sex? And then
Oh yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
he crushed me. It hurts so bad. I cannot get out.
How
It's-
long was he on top of you with all of his weight before you tapped out? Before you were like, I can't
Oh,
do
like 20 seconds.
that's a long
Like I
time.
tried, like I thought, you know, like I'm strong. Like I'll get my, you know, if you could like get your legs under, you could get some lever. But no, like it's too much.
Damn. I don't think if he was on top of me with all his weight, then I could get out.
No, he's a big man.
He's a big
Also,
man.
another question, which nothing wrong with being a big man. Anyways, another question. So now that you quit comedy, supposedly, okay, supposedly,
Because I choose not to believe it.
yeah.
I have turned down several evenings of comedy that pay hundreds of dollars.
Okay, give us a shout out.
Okay, well, you know, two struggling comedians. Right?
Yeah, people hit me up and I was just like, oh, I'm so tired. Like, and that's when I knew, like, oh, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to leave my house to go perform for 20 people in
a lot of times it's like a dingy dive bar.
Yeah, well, even just like,
but even
you know,
if it is
like
at a venue,
even like a real venue, you know, sometimes it's only 15 people there. Or, you know, whatever, or it's like a bunch of old people and they're not feeling you. And it's like, it's a lot of, I think comedy is a lot of emotional energy to bring into a situation where you might not get anything back from the audience.
Very true.
And for me, it takes a lot, like I'm naturally very introverted. So like it takes me, like I need a day to like rest and like gather that energy to kind of like get it ready to be that person that people want me to be.
Me too.
So I find it really exhausting and I like doing it, but I didn't see it being something that I could do forever.
Oh.
So I didn't see it being like my job one day.
Right.
You know?
That brings me to my question.
Which
So,
is?
now that you quit comedy, okay, not supposedly. Don't do that. Don't do
Oh,
that.
sorry. She just said not supposedly.
Can we expect Armando to be funnier?
Not that he's not funny, but can we expect him to be funnier?
I mean,
Because maybe someone's gonna, you know,
Maybe there's a little typewriter behind Armando helping out.
maybe there's someone just
Armando
doing a little clickety clack.
does not listen to anything I say. Like if I'm like, I think you should do a bit like this, like he won't
Yeah.
Like occasionally I'll be like, yo, like that word isn't funny. Like sometimes, you know how sometimes when you like use a car as an example, like if you use a specific car, it just doesn't sound funny. Like it doesn't punch in that way.
Right.
So I'll be like, you should probably use a different car because you can't. I think he had one bit where he used a car and he said Prius, and it doesn't.
It's not like phonetically. It doesn't like.
It doesn't pop.
Yeah.
So it's hard to hear it, and it's also not a funny enough car. But like Camry, that's a funny, you know, or like
Ford
whatever.
Fiesta.
Yeah, a Ford Fiesta is a very funny car.
Yeah. What's it called when something has a certain amount of like
Iambic pentameter?
No. Like it mnemonic, not mnemonic, but when things have syllables, certain amount of syllables. Anyway,
Syllabins?
Numerology?
Numerology.
I don't know.
What I was gonna do
Are you
right
gonna
now.
read
By
my
the
tarot
way,
cards?
what I was gonna do, by the way, is something that I do very often. Is I was basically just going to say exactly the same thing you said in different words.
I love you.
Trying to make it funnier with different words, huh?
Yeah, I think the key to comedy is always to lengthen a joke with as many words as possible. That always makes it better. Like if someone has a joke and you can like triple the number of words in it, that always makes it funnier.
Yeah, it like that's like
no, that's true. That's not true. I'm lying.
No, wait. Devil's advocate. But the words have to mean something.
Yeah, the way I feel about comedy is when you're doing. I heard someone say this once, and I don't remember who, but they said that comedy is just poetry that stopped taking itself so seriously. So I approach comedy the same way that I approach poetry writing, which is like you write your idea down and you figure out what's funny about it, and then you take out every word that isn't making it funnier.
Yes.
So like every sentence that you're just like, do I need this here? You take it out, and then eventually you get a joke. So like when you first start doing a bit, it's 5 minutes long, but the funniest version of that is only 3 minutes.
But I was thinking of when you were explaining it, I was thinking of it as when the first time you tell a joke, it might be long and you might be able to cut it down, but then the more you tell it, it might become long again because you're finding
funnier
things
to add
like
to
punch
it
up or like add more to
totally
it.
Yeah. So like that I think is a good way to like work bits is like you start with like this long-winded idea and then you realize how many times you're saying and and how long you're taking to like check out your notes. Wait, I forgot what I was gonna say, and then you look at your notebook, and then over time that bit becomes shorter, but then you're like, well, actually that relates to this other thing that's funny. Exactly. And so you can tie those together, and then you can eventually have like a set that's cohesive that might start, but it has like a journey.
Yeah. And that's I mean, we're learning a lot, dude.
We should start a master class.
Everything you said.
I should start a master class for people that quit comedy.
Can you repeat everything you said, Gerardo? Type it all out, though.
Okay, so this is how you quit comedy, and then you realize that you don't want to do it anymore, so you quit.
Do you think you'll ever do it again?
Go to an open mic.
That's a crazy thing, by the way, to say that I'm quitting and I'm never gonna do it again, because you did it for a long time, and I'm not sugarcoating it. You were very good at it.
Thank you.
You were very, very funny.
I appreciate that.
I mean it. And it's like, so to say that you're that good at something and you're never going to do it again ever, it's like a scary thing.
I think, I don't want to say like never, but I think for me, what kind of brought it about for me. So like the whole reason I started comedy is kind of like a weird long thing. Basically what happened is like, I'm an artist. I paint all the time. Yeah. And I had a job where I would paint all day. And then at night I would go to my studio and I would paint all night. And at the time I was dating someone and we were in a very long, serious relationship. And I thought that was the person I was going to marry. And a huge point of contention in our relationship was just how much time I spent painting. So you're always at the studio. Like, why don't you hang out with me? Why don't you want to go get drunk with me? Like, I was like, I don't really like drinking. I'm not into that
spiritually
shit.
Ill.
Like,
He was spiritually ill.
He was
just like, we had different things we wanted to do. And so when he and I broke up, I didn't want to be in my studio. It made me really sad. And part of that was like, he was a craftsman and he had built my studio. So he had like finished the floors and like built cabinetry for me. And like, so being in that space reminded me of him, and I couldn't be there anymore. It took it from being a place where I felt like, your creative space has to be a place where you feel safe and good and like happy. And I didn't feel that way there. Right. So I stopped going. And then, you know, of course you're paying rent on the space that you're not using. Yeah. So I just like gave it up. And then I was like, well, I don't know anyone that's not friends with my ex. Like, I need to get out of my house. I need to do something. Like, my ex is this person that I felt was like holding me back from being a version of myself that I wanted to be. So I was like, well, I'm going to try all the things that I wanted to do when we were together, but that you didn't want to do with me. Okay. So I was like, I'm going to travel. I'm going to leave the country or leave, I want to leave the country. I want to leave the city. I don't want to live in Milwaukee anymore. And I want to try stand-up. And so I tried it. And then I was just like hooked. Yeah. It was so addictive.
How long did you do it, by the way?
Let's see. I started, I want to say 3.5 years to 4 years, maybe.
Really?
So, yeah, I did it for like a while. I did it for a year and then I moved to Los Angeles because I was like very confident.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I mean, when you said that amount of time, I was shocked because of just how funny. It usually takes a long time for people to be able to kind of get the laughs that I saw you getting on stage.
Thanks. Oh, that's so nice.
I mean, also maybe I just saw one good show yet.
He's trying to get you back.
I have like a solid, like very funny 10 minutes. And then like everything after that is like, it's okay. So like, and that was the kind of the thing that happened is like, I felt my first year, I was really confident. I was like, I got 20 minutes. I'm so fucking good. And then like after my second year, I was like, everything I did my first year, I don't even want to think about. It's so bad. Yeah. And so then you like make new things. And then this year I was starting to get to a point where I was so stuck. I felt like I hadn't written anything that was better than material I'd written a year and a half ago. And I was just like, my heart's not really in this. Like when you're in it, when you're in stand-up, you're thinking all day about the bits you're going to write so that you can go try them out. Yeah. So like you're always like, oh, that's so funny. Like you're totally engrossed in it. Yeah. And I just didn't feel that way about it anymore. And part of that is because like painting wasn't this thing that I felt good doing by myself. Like I didn't like being alone. Like I didn't want to do that.
Especially at that time in your life.
At that time in my life. Yeah. And then I kind of like, I got all these new friends. I started doing stand-up. I started smoking weed,
Okay, we don't agree with that last part, but
nobody does it here.
You're both currently vaping.
I mean, but we're sober.
This is you guys are both sober. Yeah. Oh my God, you're sober buddies. That's so cute.
Yeah. We went to a meeting today.
We did go to a meeting today.
Really? You go together?
I mean, sometimes, not all the time, but
we're not gonna show
Who
off.
else is there? Oh wait, it's anonymous. Never mind.
It's anonymous.
So,
she almost kissed us.
You got me. You got me.
Hey.
I almost. Well, it's 2 A's, but we almost did fall for it. You know, there was. I wish I could tell you the crazy story that we heard today.
Oh, that's so cute that you get to experience it together.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
It was pretty crazy. Yeah.
We left early because it was so crazy.
We did leave early.
You're just like, I am not comfortable here. You're like, look, I fucked up, but like never like that, dude.
No, it's so like the people in there are wild. Yeah. But I love it though. Yeah. I love them for it.
But talking about how you're a painter, an artist. Is that how you say painter?
I'm a painter. Okay. I'm an artist.
It's more artist than because painters they do this kind of stuff.
Yeah. I can do this too.
I mean, she can. She could do it all.
Yeah, baby.
But I feel like that was like
you probably could have done it better.
Yeah, I feel like that's what you were doing. No.
I'm just not looking at the ceiling. It's fine. Yeah. It's totally fine.
No. But what I was trying to say is that I feel the same way too because as the listeners know, I run the movie industry.
You run the movie industry.
Yeah.
That's what the workout gear is for because you're running the movie industry.
Yeah. It's a lot of phone calls and stuff, so that's why I get fat too, so I just sit down all day. But, I sometimes think maybe because, Hollywood sucks recently.
It kind of,
It does.
It's kind of like a direct correlation into the amount of stand-up I do. So like
because of Hollywood.
Yeah.
So you do less stand-up.
No, I do stand-up and Hollywood suffers. That's what I'm trying to say.
Whoa, dude.
So you're thinking of taking yourself out the market for the safety of Hollywood, all of Hollywood.
Yeah.
Because you're done fucking around.
I'm done fucking around. One, sorry for cussing, but I am done fucking around. If there's one thing I'm done doing, that's it. I'm working out.
Okay.
And so, but what I was trying to say is that maybe if I quit stand-up, oh, sorry, it made a noise. But if I quit stand-up, then maybe Hollywood, more specifically Lifetime movies, won't be that bad.
Right. I'm not really.
Good luck.
I'm not really folling it.
Because here's the thing. Lifetime is not part of Hollywood. Lifetime is old women in their bathrobes. Wow. I'm pretty sure there's just like a coven of old women in bathrobes who watch the Home Shopping Network and then plan Lifetime movies.
Yeah, let's be honest. Lifetime movies are just for Christian old white women.
And
that's what it's for. It's like woman escapes terrifying husband.
there
is parts 1 through 26.
And the last time I checked, Lifetime, tisk, not a lot of diversity on there either.
No, there isn't. There's usually, people that are,
What are you gonna say? That you're picking up the whistle?
they're black, but
wait, what?
well, no. But listen.
But there's a lot of
there's
black
a lot of black people, but they have like makeup that makes them more white.
What? Where?
Okay, first of all, watch Fox News. Okay.
Oh,
I don't want to.
I think I get what he's saying.
You can see like a lining of makeup where the hair meets the. Okay, what is that called?
The scalp?
There we go.
A hairline. Or
And
whatever.
you can see above that it's blacker.
Maybe it's because their hair is dark. I don't know.
No.
It does feel like what he's saying is very racist.
Wait. I'm not trying to be racist. I'm just trying
It
to say.
feels that way a lot. I'm just gonna.
Wait.
Yeah, okay, shut it down.
We'll just cut this part
We'll
out.
just cut it out.
But anyways.
Oh no, he's continuing.
Wait. But Lifetime.
But she hit the button. Oh, but you're gonna stop talking about that specific
Who
thing.
funds Lifetime movies?
Halle Burton.
Let's just say it starts with 3 Ks. Okay.
Wow.
It's something that's going around.
Is that a rumor?
And guess who's working on the movie behind the scenes, not in front of the camera?
You.
This guy.
Oh my God. You're racist.
Wait, no, I'm not.
Because you just said that the KKK funds Lifetime and that you work on their movies.
Yeah.
No, but they fund it without, the CIA, you don't know what they fund, right? Nobody knows.
I just get deeper and deeper into this.
KKK funds Lifetime. Now, why are all the directors white? And why are most of the cast? Why are you guys looking at me like that?
Because you're just like, there's a lot of dots, but they don't connect.
Okay, but there's dots.
Welcome to Joshrardo.
Hey, are there dots or are there not dots?
This is like a connect the dots in the stars where it's just like,
doesn't
I don't
make
know, it could be
anything.
any shape.
Yeah.
I don't.
You guys are right. I'll never quit stand up.
Remember when the Greeks were like, oh, it's a square, but it's a swan. And you're like, it's not a swan. It's just a square. What the fuck are you guys doing?
I think I know what you're saying.
Yeah. What is it?
Let me see. Let me try. Don't you said it? Let me get
go
the
for it.
okay.
I'm just.
I think what he's saying is that Lifetime movies are racist.
Okay, accurate.
And that what he's trying to do is by working there
With the KKK.
Wait.
Hand in hand.
Wait.
Hand in gloves.
hand and
They
finger.
wouldn't touch you. I'm so sorry.
That's why he wears.
They wouldn't touch me.
They're like, you're Mexican. You got to wear
They
gloves.
they wear gloves.
Oh, they
Because
wear.
they're racist.
But that's his way of getting back at them
Right.
Yeah.
is by getting.
So do you wear whiteface to those meetings?
No. There's no meetings. There's no meetings.
He's getting there on the inside. Like he's gonna be like the secret agent, the
To
mole
the cross burnings.
that's getting in.
You know what? You know what I'm noticing right now? Is that 2 white people are trying to make me not
half
notice
white.
the
One-
stars that I'm seeing and I'm trying to connect in the sky. And I know what's happening. And I know that the KKK, you guys,
Wait, no.
are part of it.
No.
You're guilty by association. No, stop it. Don't do that.
I'm Italian. I don't know if it counts.
Oh, really? You're Italian?
I'm Italian. Yeah, I'm halvesies.
But you said you were German.
I'm halvesies.
No, she
Oh,
said-
you're halvesies.
Oh, you're half Italian, half German.
I'm Sicilian, baby.
Oh shit!
Wow. I have an aunt that's Sicilian. Favorite aunt.
They're pretty fun.
She's the best.
It's really just like a lot of the meats and
Yeah.
family and joy.
We do
It's
have a sausage
great.
day every year.
That sounds
That
amazing.
sounds bad when you say it out loud.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
Oh, like delectable deli meats.
Gerardo is unraveling right now.
She has an old sausage press from the 1800s, and we press sausage.
That's
we
really
don't press
cool.
our sausages against anything, okay?
That's what my mom used to do that.
Yeah. She's from Michigan.
Yeah, this is the Midwest, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, my mom has like the old school like full metal meat grinder.
Yeah, I've seen those, and it looks kind of gross.
It's pretty gross.
But it
yeah.
doesn't taste gross. It doesn't taste gross.
That's your Mexican side.
No, my mom would
But it
make
looks
like her own hamburger out of like chuck and stuff.
Yeah.
yeah.
My mom also, she is from northern Wisconsin. She grew up on a farm and she does this thing. It's called a wildcat where she eats raw hamburger with a slice of raw onion on top, just like it's a snack.
What the hell?
Ah,
We have to have your mom on the podcast. That's
It's
awesome.
the grossest shit I've ever seen.
raw hamburger meat.
Yeah, just like raw. Because she grew up on a farm, so it's like, well, this is my cow. But it's like, Mom, this is from the store. Like, you don't know how long this has been here.
Does she do it from the store?
Yeah, she does. But she just like grew up like, this is delicious. And I'm like, I think we should cook it. What if we cooked it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy idea.
Yeah.
What if we cook it?
But speaking of beef.
Oh.
Do you have beef?
Gerardo.
Do you guys want beef?
I think that wasn't his beef earlier, by the way.
Wait, hold on. Can I take
Of course.
We have 3 different flavors: hibiscus, tangerine, and key lime. My favorite.
Go tangerine.
Tangerine
is so good.
I want my second one.
We've been broadening our LaCroix horizons.
LaCroixins.
Yeah. And let me just say, there's a lot of good flavors out there.
Yeah, it's a
This is like a fridge for a child.
Yeah, it's
like
very
what?
okay, calm down. It's my fridge. Am I a child? Maybe.
I mean, we're both children on the inside.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Blue walls, you know.
Blue wall.
Yeah.
This looks like
pretty.
it looks like a newborn
boys'
baby
room.
boy's
A
room.
little boys' room. Yeah, it's very cute.
And our podcast is in its infancy still.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But if you guys want beef, you know, maybe I got a little beef for you guys.
Got some beef? Oh no, with me?
No.
She's like, no, not me.
What did I do?
No, I got beef.
What's your beef?
You
What's
guys
your
want
beef?
beef?
I'm ready, dude.
You guys want beef? I got beef.
I'm ready.
So I got beef, right? With
Third time you said it. Okay.
Okay, let me say it. My beef is with advertising for like super like special events.
Mm-hmm.
Like for instance, we all know what it is right now.
Is New Year's
2020.
2020. The
So
new
just
year.
all the gym ads.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he showed me some pictures.
I was. Oh, what? You? Oh, yeah. I'm a gym rat. No, I heard. Yeah. But my beef is with advertising during the New York New Year's Eve ball thing. What is it called? The ball drop. The ball drop.
Ball drop. Balls drop.
Why is it? Okay, there's one ball. There's not multiple balls. There's probably some balls dropping in the hotel rooms, but you know that's neither here nor there. But for instance, the ball's dropping, right?
Right, that's why I said balls dropping.
No, one ball. There's one New York ball, and it's huge, and it's dropping.
It's so shiny.
It's very shiny.
It's lights. It's not shiny. It's just lights inside. I saw them make it because, you know, Hollywood had a little bit of part of that. But, anyways, my beef is with everyone that was there had Planet Fitness hats on, and they said Planet Fitness, and then the year of no judgment around the brim of the hat. And it's like, when you look back, you're going to be like, well, that was a stupid fucking hat.
Pull up the picture you showed me.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up right now.
This is
By the way, Planet Fitness is the worst gym.
I know.
It
Yeah.
sucks so bad.
It's so terrible. When I used to live in my car, shout out to the good old days. I used to shower at a Planet Fitness.
Oh, that's what my boyfriend did.
Yeah. You know what's so adorable is that.
Did he teach you?
No. What if I was like, what's more adorable is we showered together.
Aww.
No, he would come visit me in the parking lot sometimes.
Oh, that's really sweet.
And we would just hang out, 2 homeless boys.
2 homeless young sweet boys.
In a Planet Fitness parking lot.
See, everyone's hat says
I don't
Planet
like
Fitness, and it's like everyone had one on like it was mandatory.
No, someone probably paid them to do that. Yeah.
And my beef is that there's like a fucking boardroom of people talking about how they're gonna fuck up New Year's Eve for everyone because they're gonna wear the hats and stuff.
Yeah, his thing is like there's a marketing team behind this thing. Like there's a team of people who said Planet Fitness is paying us as a marketing team to basically ruin New Year's.
I mean, if there's anyone behind them, they probably can't see anything because the hats are so tall. So like it makes sense that the marketing team would not have foreseen that this sucks.
They're giving these out, and literally he showed me a picture where it was you could see more of the crowd. Everybody's wearing one. They're giving them out for free to everybody.
Yeah.
And there's a sea of these purple Planet Fitness hats.
They look like Planet Fitness wizards.
They do.
Like, we're going to work some magic on your body.
Or Planet Fitness magicians, I feel like.
Yeah.
Look at
how
that.
many hats, and they're the most ridiculous hat.
You know what? I bet that those hats are worn by everyone who's like, I'm just going to look cute at New Year's. I don't need to bring a hat. It's fine.
Well, that's what my beef is. Well, my beef is I have a separate beef, but that's what my beef is with this is that people just like, it's the people who think they're being cool or that they think that they're being quirky because they're.
I mean, someone might have said, I'll give you $20 if you wear this hat.
I doubt it.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah. I doubt it though, and there's no good has ever came from that many people dressing exactly the same. That is no good has ever happened.
That's fair. I mean, a lot of armies.
A lot of armies,
A
cults.
lot of cults.
You know a lot about cults.
We know so much about
Shout
cults.
out.
Oh my God. I mean, like Planet Fitness, is it a cult? No. Is fitness culture damaging a little bit? I think a little bit. I think it's a little fucked up. Yeah,
Why?
for sure.
Do the words cult and culture have anything to do with each other?
I don't know, actually. I mean, I assume it's like, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, because you said them
Now
together.
I want to like,
yeah, we should look that up.
because there's a difference between a culture and a cult, right?
Yeah, 'cause
but they have the same root. You want to Google it?
Yeah, well, Gerardo, this computer is very slow. But no, go to that picture real quick. Before, look at that that couple.
That's weird.
They're gonna have to look back at that picture.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Remember New Year's?
New Year's?
Remember when Planet Fitness was a thing before it became the president?
Dude, that is scary. That is some Black Mirror stuff. That is Black Mirror.
Why does it say 2016 on it?
Because they've been doing it for years.
That's upsetting.
They've been doing it for years.
Okay, so the word culture comes from the Latin cultus, questionable word, which means care, and from the French colère, which means to till, as in till the ground.
Oh.
There are many terms that stem from the word culture. For example, there is the term cult, which suggests some kind of religious organization. Didn't know that organization was spelled with an S. I thought it was a Z.
So did I.
So did
Yeah,
I.
that's weird, right?
I don't know. Maybe
Might
this
be
is
British.
maybe this is a wrong site.
Brits are weird.
But also, I want to remind you of the other point that you made about your beef was that as he was watching the ball drop.
Oh, yeah. So that's another part of my beef.
Oh, yeah.
Behind the ball is a screen that says Hulu. And then it says Amazon Prime. And then it says Allstate Insurance. While the ball is dropping, it's like 11:59.
Yeah.
And
And
so
they're
it's-
thinking to themselves, like, the most eyes are going to be on the TV when the fucking ball's dropping, so we're going to advertise the shit out
It's
of
capitalism, baby.
That's what I was telling him.
Yes, it is capitalism, but guess what? So is word of mouth. Right? Right, guys?
No, I mean,
I don't
the
know.
thing, the whole thing about capitalism is that the more money you have, the more votes you have in the world. So
Right.
like all these just super giant corporations use their money and they're like, well, I just want people to know my name. So I'm going to just give this money out so that more people are exposed to even my name, because our brains are so dumb that we just, if a word is familiar, we feel more comfortable with it.
Yes.
So we're more willing to buy a product or a service from something that we've heard of, even if we don't know where we heard it from. So word of mouth is just as effective as you seeing the word Hulu behind the ball.
And it's so interesting.
Thank you.
Yeah, and it's interesting too. Like as an artist, it's when you really understand the intricacies of design and all the little subtle things that they do to hit you subconsciously. Like how maybe they might curve an edge of something or kern together letters. And
What is
how
kern?
Kerning is like the spacing
Kerning's-
between letters, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So they'll even though something looks very simple, it's designed so that it's pleasing to the eye. So when you look at it, you like it automatically because there's things that are in us that we just like, kind of, or that we respond to, and that's kind of like scary, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it
Yeah.
is kind of also very interesting though.
It's super interesting. It's not mind control per se,
not.
but it is a little bit manipulative. But I mean, it's not. It's just what everyone's been doing forever. It's like, oh my God, I heard of that. Yeah, it must be good. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's frustrating too because you were saying that as you were watching it, you're so distracted by all these ads, and it's supposed to be the new year.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's supposed to be the new year, and so your idea was on special holidays, no commercials, no
Yeah.
advertisement.
No, like a special events like that. Come on, dude. Like,
Well, that's the thing though, is like it's such big money for them.
Yeah.
You know, like advertisers obviously want to do this, but like I think a lot of people forget that the way that a lot of the things that they enjoy are funded is through advertising. That's how
Which is
all TV has
also-
been funded. That's how podcasts.
yeah.
But here's my
historically are
here's my
funded.
counterpoint to that, which is what we were talking about because we were talking about it earlier. Is that don't you think then a way to get away from advertising but still pay for good things is like what Patreon does?
Yeah, Patreon's great, but like even our podcast, like the Patreon we get isn't enough that it could support us as a business. Like
Right.
it's not even close. You know, like there's no way I can quit even one day of my day job from Patreon, you know? So it's like it helps for sure, but it's not the same as those big advertising dollars, baby.
Yeah. And that's what I was saying too. But go
Also,
ahead.
they'll get this.
I got it. I'm ready to get. Oh, I'm ready to get it.
So, how much money goes into advertising? Rhetorical question.
Oh my God, billions
a
of
lot.
dollars.
Yeah, billion. Thank you. Thank you. Billions of dollars, right? Dollars.
Yeah.
And how much does the common man make?
Not that much.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, capitalism is bullshit.
Yeah,
I'm not going to fight you on
But
that.
if we were to pay the lower ranks of employees
Right.
for Planet Fitness
Or
Jack in the Box. Wow.
Oh my God, you
We're
guys
right
are
there.
so cute.
Yeah, that was crazy, dude.
Yeah,
That was really cute.
We are Joshrardo.
Yeah, we are. That's why we're like one person.
Yeah.
And Mike Alarcon's, that
That too, but not.
not so much as Joshrardo. But
Yeah.
anyways, what was I saying?
If you pay the people at the lower
Pay the
rank-
people at the lower level with the advertising money that you spent on advertising, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you were to do that, then guess what? Word of mouth, baby. The talk of the town is that the Jack in the Box employees.
Okay, stop doing that with your hands.
Okay, why? But the talk of the town is like, we got good employees, we pay them good, and we don't need to put everything everywhere, and like,
I mean, our culture is so bullshit that
Yeah.
someone would probably be mad about that. They're like, oh my God, how dare you
Yeah.
pay them a living wage? I don't get paid a living wage and I'm slightly more important than this. Like, people just get so mad about like anyone getting
Anything.
something. Like, our culture's so dumb because people who don't have a lot of money want to get mad at poor people for having somehow less money.
Now you're speaking my
Instead
language.
of just being mad at the people that have all the money, which are like 20 people.
Yes.
So it's like most of the money is held by 1% of our population, and they are fucking us in the asshole
That's so
every
true.
day.
Keep going, because with
going.
the music, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's just capitalism. That's what it is,
When
man.
you play the music at the end.
Yeah,
and it's-
yeah.
It's like we can't afford health care. Like, not having universal health care
yeah.
decreases the ability for people to start new businesses because there's so much more initial cost.
Yeah.
Like, there are all these things that keep money in the hands of the wealthiest people and keep the common man down. That's why,
Yes.
like, our generation will probably, most of us can't own houses. Like, all these things that our parents were able to achieve, we'll never achieve.
Yeah. And the
It's
middle
really
class
upsetting.
is disappearing.
Yeah, it is.
And Bernie Sanders,
Okay.
maybe he's part of the 1%.
Okay.
And also, the 1% has increased their profits by 25% this last year.
Really?
Yeah. Which
I
means
believe it.
the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting pissed.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
accurate. I'm really mad every day.
Yeah.
I literally wake up and like sometimes I'm mad at just America.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like, fuck America today.
Yeah, I got beef with you, America.
Yeah, America.
How come everyone in France gets like 6 to 8 weeks of vacation a year and
we
I
don't
get
get
fucking 2, baby? I'm so mad.
Land of the
Yeah.
land of the free, home of the beef. Okay.
Yeah, it's some
I like that.
bullshit. It's some
Yeah.
bullshit. Oh
Yeah.
my God, we're so Christian.
It's
We'll
some
give
bullshit.
you no holidays paid. Fuck you, America.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
Sorry, I was like, I really wanted to bring like a lighthearted beef because
No,
I
I-
legitimately have beef with America, but like,
Yeah, we all do.
We do.
well, I feel bad because like Armando has to hear my old lady rants every day of just like, is this the fault? Is it America's? Why did you do this? It's like, you're not even drunk. It's the morning. What is this?
I will say this though, and that was fantastic.
What can I say? Thank you.
It was way better than whatever you were saying about Lifetime movies.
But no, okay. If you watch the tape, you'll see what I was saying. Anyways.
But I got a lighthearted beef for you.
Oh my God, I want to hear.
Yeah. I got a
No.
lighthearted beef.
Well, no, not you.
No, when you keep holding up the thing with her name whenever we talk about beef.
No, I said, but for you, Andrea Guzzetta,
I thought it was like this. I got beef.
with her. No, no, no.
I was like, what did I do? Is it that thing about the sex? I'm so sorry.
Let's be real. Armando doesn't fuck it. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like it.
I love him, and I believe that he, is adequate.
Wow.
My beef, very lighthearted beef. I would consider you, by the way, for sure an artist. I would consider myself, maybe an artist, but also like as far as like art goes, maybe.
You're an artist. You make cool things.
But I would say it's maybe.
Oh wait, you didn't make that. Can you make that go away? Yeah, that's cute. Look how cute it is.
I mean, and now that I'm looking at it, it's very cute.
it's so cute.
But I would say that if there was a ladder, then I'd just be maybe a little lower on the ladder, and that's fine. That's
Okay.
fine. That's fine. I just
Stop
start crying.
saying
I just start crying. But as an artist, I feel like I have major beef with this. And you tell me if you agree or disagree.
Oh, I'm going to agree. Is it about people not wanting to pay you money?
Well,
because I agree.
Well, okay, so I have my beef kind of piggybacks into my lighthearted beef. Kind of, I could piggyback off that into a more like specific
serious beef.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what it is first of all caricatures. Okay, I got major beef with caricatures. And
they're so ugly. They're like ugly. So 1980s.
They're fucking ugly.
They're
is my
dated.
biggest beef. Yes, they're dated. They're disgusting. They don't look good. Okay,
it's like when you go to a comedy club and you hear some guys like, "And my wife's a fucking bitch," and you're just like, "That's what caricatures are to the art world." You're just like, "We get it. It's over." And like, what? You don't appreciate my craft?
yeah. And
all caricature artists are Italian. I don't know if you know that. Sexually,
they do kind of look Italian. I will just say that.
Yeah, they're like chain smoking. Like, you like ponies? You're on a pony. You're fucking
on a pony.
Kid.
Take a seat on the bench.
And I don't like how they exaggerate your flaws. Like, I don't like how
it's so rude.
It's very rude.
It's very not PC,
which
is not what we're into. Yeah, because the caricature's like, yeah, you got a fucking big nose, you big nose fuck. And you're like, I didn't even think it was that big.
What's worse than that is when the caricature artist, you don't even have that conversation with him. What's worse than that is when you get it back and you're showing your friends and then you're like, I like it, but I think you drew my ears kind of big. And then your friends go, well, your ears are kind of big.
Oh, my God.
And then you go, what? And then you just feel shitty about your ears now because you got a crappy drawing from some Italian guy at an amusement park. Fuck you, man. Hey. And I don't like that it's so expensive. It's so expensive.
How much does it cost to get a caricature?
I think it's like $50 maybe.
Well, it depends.
It also depends.
It depends on where you're at. But a lot of people, like if they set themselves up in a park or if they're even in like a theme park, they have to rent that space. So part of the cost of the caricature is the exposure that they're getting from whatever venue space.
Okay.
Because you can't just like set up shop and say, I'm going to paint people today in the park. Because the cops will come and be like, do you have a license for that? And then you just be like, what is this bullshit? There's 100 taqueria carts in this lot. Not all of them have licenses. I know that because I know this guy. But like, you know, it's just like people... There's a lot of regulations with commerce, especially like selling stuff on the street. That's why like the best tamales come out of a van in the parking lot of a bank.
Which I agree with.
There's no regulations.
Oh, I didn't know my mom lived in a van in the bank.
I'm not saying they live there. I'm saying they have a cooler full of delicious tamales that are better than a lot of the white people stores.
And I'm saying that my mom's tamales are better than the fucking bank van.
I believe you. I'm not
That's
going to not believe you.
That's all I was asking for.
Yeah, and I haven't had them yet, but I believe you too.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it's the same, and they are paying for the space and everything, but I just don't.
They're not good.
They're not good.
No.
And then people try to get like creative with them. Like I've seen people try to go the opposite way and say, okay, well let me get I'm the caricature guy that purposely draws your flaws more exaggerated, and I roast you. I'm the bad boy of caricature art. It's like, oh, you mean a regular character? That's what regular caricatures are. They're mean. Regularly.
You mean you're verbally mean while you're being artistically mean? Is that what you mean?
But when I was saying that piggybacks into my like real kind of like art beef is with anytime you're drawing somebody, a real person, and you have to like capture their likeness, you realize people see themselves very differently than they actually look. And I say actually look because are you gonna stop it?
No, I'm gonna say I feel like because we've had previous conversations that some of your examples are specifically from narcissists who cannot see themselves.
Yes.
Because there are people that if they used to be very good looking and suddenly they are no longer very good looking, they cannot see the change. So it's like their mirror's all foggy forever. They've never cleaned it. They still think they look like they did 30 years ago.
They have a black mirror.
One of our friends recently confided in us that when he looks in the mirror, he's skinny. But he is very fat.
Very fat. And he knows he's very fat. But he said
I'm good.
He goes, I know I'm fat. I know I am because everybody tells me I'm fat. But when I look in the mirror, I think I look skinny.
Well, it's kind of the same. I think this thing happens in our brains as we develop. So like wherever your brain is when you're like in high school, whatever identity you've chosen for yourself, you kind of hold on to that identity for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So like for me, I was like the weird girl, and I like always wore glasses, and I like never wore makeup, and I like wasn't very cute. And so like being cute to me, like if I get dressed up and I look cute in the mirror, it's still a surprise.
Okay.
You know, like I'm still just like, oh, who the fuck is that? Okay. You know, or like if someone hits on me or somewhere, you know, it's just like, oh, it's because I put my face on today. Like I forgot. But there's also that other same thing of like, I recently have gotten bigger. And part of that is because I'm dating a bigger guy. And
huge
he cooks
guy.
for me.
Huge.
Yeah, he's so
And-
fat.
Gigantic guy.
Shut up. That's mean. That's not true.
I'm just kidding. I'm just
joking.
kidding.
But he'll cook like things that I don't normally eat, which is like steak and potatoes. Like I'm more of like,
A greens.
a grains gal. So it's like, you know, I wasn't prepared to eat this. So like I have recently gained 25 pounds.
Hey, I'm not being complimentary. You don't look like it.
Thank
I'm
you
not-
so much.
I'm not just saying that to say it.
But like I don't wear makeup at work. Like I just wear my clothes, and like I was like, oh, it's like getting colder. I want to put my pants on. None of my pants fit. I'm only wearing dresses now. I have one pair of pants that fits, and they are so tight. And I saw myself in a photo that my coworker took, and I was like, I need to make changes.
Yeah. Nothing feels worse than not being able to button pants.
Yeah, because I was just
You
like,
know what we're talking
like
about.
the pants were like form fitting, but it's like I cannot lie to myself. These do not fit. Like it's not like, oh, they're a little snug. Like, oh, they shrunk in the wash. It's like, bitch, you gotta make changes.
Yeah.
This is on you.
We don't like that word.
No, she could say it. She
Okay,
could say
okay.
it.
Yeah.
But that's so funny, and it's true because I when I was in high school, I was always chubbier. I'm fat, and you know, always just like really nerdy and geeky. Close up magic was a big part of my life.
Stop turning red.
I think he's just sunburned.
Well, I do turn more red as I admit.
It is
things about my
January. It's
past.
not hot outside. Anyways,
But yeah, so I guess you're right. I always kind of see myself that way.
Well, you also will pursue relationships with people that you think are still in your league in terms of who you were in high school. So like you might pursue people that are like, oh my God, I like the nerdy chick and she's kind of weird, or like whatever. Like you are like into people that you think would accept the old version of you as well as the current version.
you know what? You should quit being an artist and get into therapy.
No, I need to take therapy. I should not be giving therapy.
She's like, I've just been repeating what my therapist tells me verbatim.
Oh, I've not seen a therapist for a while.
Expensive.
Yeah.
But to go back, because you know exactly when I say that there are certain people who don't see themselves a certain way, Andrea knows exactly who I'm talking
I
about.
know exactly who you're
when I say
talking
that.
about.
Because
and yeah, yep.
and we all know that person. But you know.
We'll talk about it off air.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
But it's very funny, and it's just so interesting to me. It's another like fascinating thing that
It's
like,
not me, right?
We'll talk about it later.
Wait, what?
But yeah, it's interesting because people just have a very skewed kind of idea of what they look like. I mean,
But people have that skewed version of themselves with every aspect of who they are. You know, like there are people that are murderers that think that they're a really great person.
yeah, or that they are allowed to murder for some reason.
Yeah. Or what? Josh is clearly a serial killer. I mean, he looks just like one, obviously.
I do look like I could be.
You do. You're just like,
That's
well,
it.
he's so clean cut. He was just such a nice young man. And then he murdered all those women.
Yeah, it's
Josh
eerily,
Bundy right here.
eerily clean cut. That's what it is. It's almost like, what are you hiding? Why are you so clean cut?
Yeah, if someone doesn't have any secrets visible on the surface, I'm like, jack off to kitten porn. Like, I don't. This is some fuck. You're fucked up. You're fucked up somewhere.
This guy?
No,
Hentai.
he has tattoos. That's how I know he's a good guy.
I've seen it, but I don't enjoy it.
Nandendayo.
Nani? We can speak Japanese all day.
I'm going to Japan in June.
Oh
really
my god,
is.
Yeah,
really?
I'm so excited.
Why? Just for fun, or like no?
why
But I
are
mean, like
you
for a
going?
vacation or like
Yeah.
for a thing.
Yeah, I mean, I never got out of the hemisphere.
Oh, I'm so
I've been
proud
to
of you.
Mexico. I've been to Canada. We love high fives here.
Yeah,
too.
that was a real high
yeah.
five.
You
Because
can't
when we
hear
were
it
just
'cause
an
of
audio
the gloves.
podcast, we could just do that,
Yeah.
and it'd sound like we were high fiving each other.
We did that a lot.
Yeah,
today.
just we're being honest.
Yeah, honesty cast.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to Japan in June for 7 days, and hopefully, I know the Japanese are watching. Hopefully, Super Nintendo. Okay, yeah, sorry. Well, hopefully Super Nintendo World's open because me and my little brother. It's only me and my little brother.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, so we're both going to Japan, and we want to go to Super Nintendo World at Universal Studios Hollywood or Universal Studios Japanwood.
That's really cute.
Yeah,
Japanwood sounds. Anyway, it's fine.
Anyway, it sounds like that thing you do with your family, that sausage thing you do.
It's just like, what? You like Japan a lot. Okay.
Japan what?
Okay.
But yeah, I'm excited for that.
That's
and
dope.
When you said that Japanese word right now, I know what you said, and
that
was
Japanese word?
What was it?
she said "niawa," right, or something like that.
No, that's a different language.
Oh, what is that?
That's Chinese.
Okay.
Ni hao ma is hello in Chinese.
Yeah.
Debatable. But what were you saying in Japanese?
I said when I say nani, it means like what? Like going like
my
what?
God.
But then what did you say?
Nanden da yo.
That means like
It means what the hell?
Yeah.
It's like I know it from anime.
Me too.
Because your girl is a dork.
Me
and
too, dude.
it's always like when a character comes in and then they're mad at the other and they're like, Nanden da yo. What kind of dumb shit have you done today?
Practice.
You know what I want to learn how to
That's
say?
right. You should learn to say nice things,
Yeah.
not like
Yeah.
accusing strangers on the street like, what the hell?
Yeah, don't let them say that. Or don't. Or when they. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
You know what I want to learn in Japanese? I want to learn how to say "why me"
Why?
in case someone tries to murder me.
Oh, you could
That's
say why
not-
me.
Then I could be like, "Why me?" And then they could be like,
I
wow.
feel like there are a lot of basic things that you're probably going to need before that, which are like
Okay.
bathroom,
Okay.
food,
Or have you ever seen
train.
when they split the chopsticks apart and they say itadakimasu, right?
Itikatimasu.
Yeah. So
they-
you got a lot to learn. Don't do that when you have to. I mean, Andrea can do it because
Because I'm a white girl? What does this mean?
no, because she's Asian. Right? You have.
I'm Asian Italian.
Yeah.
The-
But I've genuinely learned so much Japanese just from watching anime. Because
I mean, like, I know, like, obviously me and my friends were dumb and we would like sword fight in our backyard. Like, we're dumb kids, like being dumb anime nerds.
Yeah.
So, like, most of it I know just from like hanging out with my friends and watching anime. So
Yeah.
it's just like a few words. I don't really know.
Have you been to
anything.
Japan?
No, I've been to India, Poland, and France. Those are the only foreign countries I've been
See,
to.
I've been to Mexico and Canada.
okay.
But
I've never been to either of those.
Oh,
I have to renew my
Mexico's-
passport too.
Mexico's awesome.
And the reason that I would always watch anime in Japanese is because I was one of those very pretentious nerds who would be like, I want to listen to it in the original intended language, because they do that thing where they hire new American actors
don't
to
like
dub it
it.
over. I never liked it either.
I don't like it. I don't like it because I feel like you lose the intent of the words. So like the characters' mouths are moving and then they don't match up. And so like you lose some of the emotion there and people's voices are, like if you ever watched Cowboy Bebop.
Yes,
And
yes.
like,
Yeah.
You seen it for real?
you've seen Cowboy Bebop? Okay. So like they have the dubbed version on Cartoon Network and then they have
Yeah,
the undubbed version.
Yeah.
And like Spike's voice is like totally different.
Totally different.
And it's
Spike's-
really like weird to hear one and then the other, or like even like the Pokemon anime.
Yes.
It's just like Ash's voice versus like Japanese Ash is like, whoa.
And they called, I forget what they were actually eating because they dubbed it and changed it, but the sushi thing they were eating, they called it donuts when they dubbed
and
it
it's
over.
not. It's like a rice ball.
It's a
Yeah.
rice
It's a
ball.
different thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, Japanese donuts look weird.
That's what
You
I
know?
always thought as a kid too. And then
Yeah.
you're like, wait, you've been lying to me because you don't want to
Yes.
explain culture.
Yeah,
That's what
exactly.
happened.
All they want to do is like, oh, we can't kids can't relate to rice
Kids
balls.
can't relate to rice. That's crazy.
That's crazy. This is America.
And you know
They'll
what?
relate to donuts.
What I heard so far, I need to find someone that's been to Japan first of all. We need to.
Well, we've been in Spirit, maybe.
No, you haven't. And
No, I've never taken Spirit Airlines.
Well, I have meditated and transported my soul there.
you know, meditate.
Interesting.
but-
I actually don't meditate.
So what I'm trying
So
to
how
say,
did I get there? But
I need to find someone that's actually been to Japan because all I've heard so far is to stay away from guess what?
food.
No, karaoke bars.
Oh, well, you're a man, so it's probably less scary for you.
But do you know why?
Why?
Because drunk old men
Sing karaoke?
are crazy.
No,
They get very predatory.
but because prostitutes go to karaoke bars.
Okay.
Okay.
This is what I heard. and now I'm starting the list. That's number one.
Well, you don't have to have sex with them just because they're there.
Yeah.
It's just like the complimentary mints. Like you don't have to.
You don't have to eat
No,
them.
I'm not saying that women are mints. Can you do the whistle? I'm not saying that. What I am saying is just
yes, you are, Ann.
just because there are prostitutes present doesn't mean you have to hang out with them.
Okay, I agree with that, but maybe I don't want prostitutes present.
Why?
Which that's probably a good TV show.
That's very problematic. You need to blow
you
that
need to blow the
whistle.
Why don't you want them present?
I
dude?
didn't say anything about the sex industry or what is it, the sex worker industry.
But you're saying that they can't be there.
No, I said no. You're putting words in my mouth. He does that a lot. I'm saying that I would rather not be around that environment. And let's be honest.
I'm sure you've met prostitutes and thought they were very nice people
And
before.
you didn't even know.
Well,
Yeah.
probably yeah, but guess what?
The thing about prostitutes is they look like regular people.
Okay,
They could be
now,
anyone.
you guys are-
I could be a prostitute. You could be a prostitute.
I
we could
am a
all
prostitute.
be prostitutes. That's why he got so skinny.
Yeah, I had to.
Better
For
tips.
Yeah.
yeah.
I had
No,
to.
you guys are putting words in my mouth, and all I'm saying is that I don't even do karaoke to begin with. Last time I did karaoke,
Then it's a non-issue.
Yeah.
Why are you upset about
I butchered Three Little Birds, and that's
What?
a hard song to butcher.
Oh, it's a song.
Yeah, it
I
did-
thought you just like, you're like, last time I did karaoke, there were birds in the parking lot and I murdered them. And that's why I don't do karaoke anymore.
Also, that's a karaoke story I would love to hear. Like, what? How did the birds get involved?
We don't talk about it.
Yeah, we don't.
Look, it was a dark time. Okay,
My
I
lawyer.
killed some birds.
My lawyer says be hush hush about that. But no,
Anyway,
it's,
so go ahead,
it's
finish
not
it.
a hard song to butcher, and I fucking annihilated that song. It's Three little birds are on my doorstep. You ever heard Bob Marley?
Never. Mm-mm.
Every little thing's gonna be all right.
Oh, that's
song.
he says.
Yeah.
He talks about three little birds in that song.
It's called Three Little Birds.
I thought it was gonna call. I thought it was called Everything's Gonna Be All Right.
No, but that's what it's about.
Ah.
But I went on stage and I was like, I got this. I used to smoke a lot of weed. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Weed does not help you with the melody. I don't know if you know that.
I wasn't high. I was sober. And it was a weird night. I went to a karaoke bar to do karaoke. Why? I don't know. And I was sober though. And I tried to do it. And it took a long time for me to get on stage because I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. And then I got on stage and guess what? I couldn't do it. I did a terrible job.
Are you more scared of karaoke or stand-up?
Karaoke.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
I'll say, I guess for me, because I did karaoke for the first time recently sober.
Interesting.
And
This is a hot topic.
and it was not as scary as I thought it was going to be because of stand up. But I still think it's scarier than stand up, but I'm less scared because of stand up.
I will say I don't want to do karaoke anywhere in Los Angeles because there are too many people who came here to be singers and don't have anything else to do that are just like, you're like, why is Whitney Houston everywhere?
Yeah.
Like everyone here is amazing. This isn't fun because everyone is like genuinely showing off. My favorite karaoke is like, we sing the goofy songs. Did I memorize a bunch of lyrics to White and Nerdy?
Yes.
The Weird Al version of Riding
Riding
Dirty.
Dirty.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
Do I rap that for people at karaoke? Yes, I do.
Oh, you do. Sorry.
I super do.
It was a preemptive buzz.
You got to choose fun songs that are just a good time or ridiculous, and then
Yes.
it's fun. But like, if you're there to show off, it's like I'm not good enough for that. Like, it's not going to be fun.
I think that might have been a previous beef of mine. I could be wrong, but yeah, if you go to a karaoke bar and you sing well, fuck you. And also, what's more obnoxious is if you get up, sing well, and then when you get off, this happened to me recently, we were like, oh my God, you were so good. And they're like, I don't even sing. It's like, yeah, you do.
Oh my
You
God,
just
I
did.
don't even sing.
Yeah, you do.
Oh
You
my God,
sing a
just like
lot.
all those years of show choir were just like a goof.
Yeah. I mean, I sing in the shower, but whatever. I mean, this girl killed it. Like she sings.
You must
And
have
she
saw me
knows
sing.
she's good.
Yeah.
There's a specific type of tone deafness that runs in my family. So like as I get older, I stop being able to hear midtones, so I can hear like really low bass and like really high pitches, but I can't hear the differences between middle pitches. And so when I was younger, I really enjoyed singing, but as I gotten older, Armando likes to remind me that I cannot hear what I am singing. 'Cause like when I was a kid, like my dad would sing to the radio and I'd be like, what the fuck, Dad? Like, none
Yeah.
of this. Do you know? Can you hear any? Like, the words are wrong. The pitches are like, what the fuck? But like my dad is 60, but he's had a hearing aid since he was like 45. So it's like it's a thing that runs in my family where just like there's parts where you can't hear, and I know that I have that, and so like it's just like not fun for me as an exercise in singing because I'm so bad at it.
That's scary. I don't know why I never knew that happened. I thought you just maybe like as you got older you lost your hearing, but not lost the ability to hear specifically certain pitches.
Yeah, so it's like when I talk to my dad, I have to enunciate very carefully and I have to speak very loudly because I have such like I do have a pretty high pitched voice, but I don't project my voice enough. So like I have to be very aware, and like doing stand-up has actually helped me be aware of a lot of that stuff. And like I give tours at work and stuff, and I do that for old people, but it's like you have to be aware that people can't hear you.
Right. Interesting. And let me just say this.
What?
This has been a wonderful episode, and we're not done yet.
Yep, great episode.
Are we gonna open the box?
But we're finally gonna open the box.
We're gonna open the box.
We're gonna finally open the box.
What is
so we thought here at Joshrardo, that's the sound of us going into an alternate reality where fun is in abundance.
And limitless.
Fun abundance.
Fun abundance. We're going to fun abundance. And so we thought, okay, we're having the Andrea Guzzetta here, talented artist.
There are other Andrea Guzzettas, but they're mostly doctors and very successful people.
No. They are other. They are other.
That was an Easter egg.
Did you fart right now?
No.
Why would you do that?
Wait. That was an Easter egg for the listeners to hear.
And I don't know if
Wait. What?
I think Gerardo's a rabbit. He just laid an Easter egg. It was so loud. I didn't know that's how loud it was.
I didn't even hear it.
Oh, yeah.
But it is funny when you were talking earlier. I was trying. You were being very genuine and sincere, and I was interested in what you were saying. But I heard him fart, and you didn't hear it.
I didn't.
Yeah.
And so you were saying something sincere, but I was trying not to laugh. But I see him snickering out of my peripheral.
Yeah, sparkling water does something to me.
No, that's not a real thing.
It does.
It does make your tummy all rumbly.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And something definitely rumbled right now. Sorry, what were you saying?
Anyway, the Andrea Guzzetta's here, okay? And
are you ready to rumble?
Are you ready to rumble? And so we figure what better way. We like to close it out with a little game or something fun at the end. And what better way to end it than with something that has to do with my beef specifically, which was...
Caricatures?
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
no.
If you notice behind me, we have 3 whiteboards.
Oh, no.
And if you'd like to open the box, you will notice. I'll wait for you to open it. It's not gonna. Nothing's gonna jump out. Nothing's gonna jump out of it. Right?
No.
Okay. You'll notice 3 pieces of paper with our names on it. So we're all gonna pick one. If you pick yourself, you got to put it back in and mix it up a little bit. But so you could pick me, you could pick Gerardo, and we're gonna all have to draw caricatures of each other.
Oh, we should have
Okay.
put Armando in there too.
We should have put Armando in there.
If you pick your name, you have to draw Armando.
Okay.
Okay, deal.
You ready?
And yes.
Do
and
I
so,
pick first?
Yeah, you pick
Are
first.
we're all going to do it, though,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Not
we're
just
all gonna
me?
do it at the same time.
This-
Wait,
Disclaimer.
some of these are just on top of each other. Here, let me unstick them.
Yeah, there you
Okay.
go. She looked away. Saw that? She
Yeah,
has integrity.
she's honest.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
No stolen valor.
Oh,
Okay,
that picked
I'm
it.
just gonna-
Oh, okay.
Oh, it might have been
Okay. I got this one. Let's see what's
Okay.
good.
Let's see who it is.
It's me.
Okay, so
Oh, so she has to draw.
No, I want to draw one of
okay,
the people
okay,
that's
okay,
here.
Okay, yeah. Put it.
Don't put
Wait,
it.
oh, wait. Here. Okay.
And now you can put it back. Yeah.
What if I don't tell you guys?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That works.
Okay.
And then I just do it and you see if you guys can guess which one of you I'm drawing.
Deal.
Okay.
And you can add all
I
these.
feel like it's going to be pretty obvious, but I
What?
just
Okay,
thought,
it's me.
you know.
I'm fat.
I'm gonna pick one.
Do we not say?
Okay.
Let me just say, full disclosure, I am not an artist.
That's okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's fine.
Not
It's
a
totally
painter.
chill.
I think it's gonna be funnier because
I
you're
think
not
it's,
an artist. Okay, so we all have who we have.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna pass out the whiteboards and just try to embody the sort of those Italian caricature artists.
Okay.
There.
Oh, wait. I have to do it purposely bad. I can't do it in my
No,
style.
you can do it in your style.
Oh, thank God, because I can't do that. It makes me really upset.
You can't take my style, which is purposefully bad. So
Okay.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna try to talk through it.
Are we going to do like a time limit or should we just pause
I'm-
the podcast
Let's
to
see.
do this?
Let's try to do it in. Let's try to do it in. Well, let's just try to talk through it. So
yeah. So
let's see. So
So,
you start, Gerardo.
okay.
Fuck, I don't want to mess this up.
I used to draw when I was in class, but
Uh-huh.
I'm a terrible artist. I used to just draw only I was exclusively drawing the Grim Reaper, which did not have anything to do with how I feel about people dying or anything like that. But
so you like murder like a lot.
No,
yeah, he does. No, he really does.
Only because one kid taught me how to draw the Grim Reaper, and from that day on, I was like, this is so easy to draw. But then I realized, growing older in life, that maybe it's not good to draw the Grim Reaper every day.
Also, people listening have to keep in mind that, first of all, we're focused and we're drawing these very fast, and so it's not going to be.
It's not going to be great.
It's not going to be great.
Let's be honest with ourselves and each other. Oh, I got to start over.
No, I'm sure it was.
I got marker on my dress.
I'm sure it was great. And also, I will. Here, do you want to borrow?
Oh no! Look, drawing is dangerous.
Drawing is dangerous,
and I just want you guys to know
that
this is a PSA.
This is a PSA.
Draw at your own.
Draw at your own.
Draw at your own risk. Be careful, because like if you do anything, you could
lose. You could lose hair. You could go bald from drawing. Okay, my drawing story is that one time when I was in high school.
Yeah.
I was again very nerdy, and I was very embarrassed by the things that I was interested in, such as Pokemon and anime and stuff. And so I was just like extremely embarrassed by it. And I remember I forgot to write my name on a test.
Yeah.
Because I was too busy drawing Pokemon all over it. And so the teacher had to, in front of the entire classroom, hold up my paper and said, this test is a very important test. It doesn't have a name on it, but it has all these Pokemon all over it.
Yeah. Tell me about that.
I was like, who? She's like, whose is it? And I just took the L. I was like, I'm not going to admit that it's mine.
Oh my God. You failed a test so that you didn't have to admit you were playing Pokemon?
Yep. I was that embarrassed.
Oh my God. Dude, I used to babysit kids, and I was like really into Pokemon, and so were they. And so it was like pretty fun. And one of the kids I babysat gave me like a little mini Charizard, like a little super tiny cute one. It was so cute. And I loved it. And I had it in my backpack, and it fell out, and someone found it. Like, this is fucking stupid. And I just like faded away. Like I would not admit. And it's one of my most shameful moments.
Oh God, the thing I'm drawing right now is awful.
You guys are artists because you guys are taking forever.
Okay. Let's try to finish.
Okay, I'm trying. I'm so hard. Oh shoot. Wait.
There's so much to draw, isn't
this
there?
is so hard. Not I'm so hard.
He said I'm so hard.
Which
blow that whistle.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna stop it here. Like I said, this isn't great.
And I'll say this is probably one of my better works. Like I should have. I should have drawn this in Sharpie. Because
I really messed this up, and whatever.
Okay, it's a podcast.
Okay,
it's a podcast. We have audio. Okay, so here.
Wait, give me 2 more seconds.
2 more seconds.
Okay.
I need eyes. It doesn't have eyes yet.
And if you're not watching, this is incentive for you to watch.
Yeah.
Because right now we are going to, in about 5 seconds, we are going to reveal our caricatures of each other, and none of us know who the other has, even though I saw Gerardo peek at mine.
I know who I have. Okay.
And I guess I know who I have too.
I've guessed,
Yeah, a process of elimination. There is only 3 of us here, so
yeah, it's pretty easy
to guess. I'm really excited to see Andrea's, by the way, and I know that might add more pressure. And I'm really excited to see yours.
Thank you. That's all I asked for.
Did I sound like I meant it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Also, if you are watching right now on YouTube, comment.
Yeah, leave a comment. Say, choose which drawing was your favorite.
There we go.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, dude.
And thank you already for choosing mine.
And thank you in advance for don't say anything mean about mine. I drew it very fast. Usually I have a lot more time. And I had to kind of rush it for this. Andrea, we're getting close.
I'm so sorry. I'm almost done.
You're good. We know.
You just didn't have eyes, and it was.
Well, I'm going to Japan.
You're going to Japan, so you need to see.
Yeah.
You need to be able to see. I can't see.
Okay.
Ready?
It's done-ish. Yeah.
Okay, it's fine. However, mine, I'm telling you right now, it's terrible. Mine, I'm telling you right now, it's awful.
It's not great.
And let's be sure to show it to the DSLR behind Andrea.
Yes. Or Andrea can show it, to
either camera,
really. All right. So how about this? We'll show one of ours, and then we'll save Andrea for last.
Wait,
okay.
Give me 1 second, because this is a really vital part of the thing, so that you know who it is.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's the gloves.
This is how we. You did make a good point earlier. This is how we know Andrea is the better artist out of all of us because she's putting the most focus into it and taking the most time. And it's going to be a masterpiece.
I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm ready.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Who wants to go first?
Go for it, Josh.
Okay. So look, it's not great, okay? But it's not great, and I'm very sorry because you do look like you're up to something, and I really apologize. But I tried to draw it quick because I didn't want, the listeners to have to wait too long, and I'm sorry in advance. But you look like you're up to something.
Wow.
Let me see.
I am so sorry about that.
I've gained also a lot more weight than I thought.
No, it's like a cute. You're supposed to be like a cute, like a little cartoon version of yourself. It was rushed. You
I look like I'm about to murder your cat.
Okay, yeah, you look like
cats are delicious.
And then eat him. Yeah.
Okay, and let me just say this: I fucked everything. I fucked the eyes up, the face shape up, but I tried not to erase. I tried to just do it in one kind of motion.
No, you did pretty good.
And I'm sorry for making you look like you're going to do something inappropriate. And so I had Andrea, and that was mine. Okay, moving on. All right. You don't have to clap for that. Okay, who goes next?
I'm so excited. I think it's Gerardo.
Gerardo, you go
Well,
next.
I chose to draw an iteration of my character, and it's Fat Josh.
Let me see.
No!
Wait.
Yeah.
That's so mean.
Why do I have...
Why does he have elephant ears?
And why do I have earrings?
Oh, it's a caricature.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
and he has boobs?
Yeah, Fat Josh.
And he's never been cross-eyed. Being fat doesn't make you cross-eyed.
Oh, shit. I'm terrible at drawing eyes.
And what is on my stomach?
Oh, hair.
I don't have any hair on
or
my stomach.
snacks, apparently. Because it's Fat Josh.
And then also he has the hoop earrings because he does like Latinas that are from Pomona. So
yeah, I do.
That
I
makes
do.
sense.
I do. Gerardo, I'm going to say this. That's great.
Thank you. The hair is what I'd spend the most time on.
I
that's
feel
the worst
like the
part.
mouth is what is really terrifying me.
Oh, yeah, the side mouth.
I got a crooked, teethy smile.
It looks like you're up to something.
It
Yeah,
does.
it definitely looks like you're up to something.
Okay, and let's the best for last.
Whoa! Do I have 3 chins?
I hope so.
This is supposed to be your neck.
Oh, okay.
Because
Oh
this
my.
is your
Okay.
t-shirt.
Yeah.
This is the t-shirt.
Wow. And then wow.
Okay, save that.
Wow.
We gotta
How
take
did you know my catchphrase?
Because you said it like 20 times.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, turn it around. Can I hold it? I'll hold it.
Oh
in front
yeah,
of the
go
camera.
ahead.
Holy fuck, dude, that was
Wow.
in like 2 minutes. Look
Wow.
at this. Okay, all right, and I'm gonna hold these two up as well. As we get out of here, it's clear.
It's just this fat Josh.
Yeah, Fat Josh.
It's clear, and mine is just a floating head that looks mischievous. I don't know why.
This looks like the thing that you would make of your bully, like the person that bullies you to like remind, like he sucks.
Wow, I suck, and I'm embarrassed. And wow.
Hey, well, guess what? You may be skinny, but the world will never forget.
The world will never forget Fat
No,
Josh.
especially not if you keep reminding them.
And I will always be fat on the inside, okay? Always. But
Thank
that
you
was
so
amazing.
much.
One more time for Andrea Guzzetta.
Thank you so much. I had so much fun. This is really fun, guys.
Dude, for real, thank you for coming out here.
Yeah,
I know
and
it
we're
was,
all fat on the inside,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
just
I'm fat on the
forever.
outside.
just for now.
Just for now.
Just for now.
Who knows, man?
So you have Cult Podcast. You have AndreaGuzzetta.com, right? Where all your
Yeah,
art and stuff's
all
at.
my art's there.
And then I think you're at Andrea Guzzetta on Instagram.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram. I also am on Twitter at Sundress Comic. I guess I should change that because I quit comedy.
Oh, keep it.
I also have a Sundress Comic Instagram for shows I will never do. So if you guys wanted to, you could. But yeah, check out my art at Andrea Guzzetta.
At Andrea Guzzetta. And I'm telling you, dude, this art is amazing. And you have stuff for sale up there too and everything.
Yeah,
right?
I have like some prints, but it's mostly just like I make shit and then it's fun.
Even if you're broke like me and you can't afford to buy anything, follow her, check her website out, tell a friend about it because it's genuinely amazing.
Yeah, if you could follow me, that would help so much.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to like be seen by the right people and blah and stupid. I hate social media. It's so dumb.
I mean,
but please
don't we
follow
all?
me.
Don't we all? And yeah, please follow us and leave a comment down below.
Subscribe.
And like, but
Dislike if you want.
if you really want.
No. Otherwise, we'll have beef with you.
Yeah.
Andrea Guzzetta! Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.